All right, 6:02, we'll call the meeting to order. See a roll call, everybody is in attendance, Deputy Mayor Ferguson is online. Anybody has a declaration, conflict of interest to declare, they can do so now. Seeing none. Addition, deletion, approval of the agenda. Anything to be added or deleted? Seeing none. Approval of the minutes for regular council meeting of February 5th, 2025, and committee of the whole, February 19th, 2025. Looking for.
I move to approve the minutes.
Moved by Councillor Sonny, seconded by Councillor Thompson. All those in favor, or questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries here. Presentation council, we have none. Business rising from the minutes and old business, 7A is the dog control bylaw. And I will read this first part out. The proposed dog control bylaw has been publicly available for a month, along with an opportunity for questions. There have been a few questions received by the office. Clarification on tethering laws, which are under the New Brunswick SPCA legislation directly, and what means when a dog can only be destroyed by judicial approval. These questions were answered and per council's direction at the recent committee of the whole. Document changes were made and uploaded to the website. For a bylaw to enact it, the following steps shall be taken. Read 3 times by title and once in its entirety or by summary. Special notice must be given for summary reading. If council chooses, they are now in a position to conduct the first reading by title of the dog control bylaw. If that option is chosen, we will need a motion to be made by council. Anything attached.
I move that be it resolved that bylaw C-2-2025, a bylaw respecting dog control in the rural community of Fundy Shores by title, Dog Control Bylaw.
Moved by Councillor Sonia. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Councillor Dealey. Questions on the motion? All those in favor? Signify by saying aye. Thanks. Seeing none. First reading has been done. Good.
Yep.
Think. Should have asked anything from staff. No.
Not a thing.
Perfect. B, terms of reference for the Eastern Charlotte Arena. Did you want?
I can just speak to this
Yeah.
quickly. I did send out, and I believe council received a copy of the email I sent to CEO Jason Gadet of Eastern Charlotte. They were going to try to get it in front of them last week for consideration, and I just haven't heard back. I know I've been out, but I've been monitoring my email, so I just haven't seen anything back yet. That's my only comments.
Okay. Anybody have any comments or questions or? Nothing? No, it's the same, no changes, just, has there been anything uploaded?
No, well, the
That's
email
just
and with the attachment were uploaded to the shared drive, but there's no additional comments on this one. That was the document as council approved it consent in October.
Yep. 7C, environmental trust fund projects. The Environmental Trust Fund project is almost completed. Attached to tonight's agenda are the completed reports for council's consideration. One was greenhouse gas emission study, 2, the energy efficiency studies, climate adaptation plan, for adoption or not on that, community energy efficiency plan, not completed this time, but submitted to the province for mid-March.
And I can speak to each one of those just quickly. The greenhouse gas emission study, there's not really much adoption because it is just the information that we needed. Of course, for this facility here, our biggest consumption was the oil furnace, and we had that taken out when we did renovations. So after that, our biggest consumption point is our fleet. And there's not much we can change for that right now because heavy duty fleet vehicles, especially fire trucks and things like that, there is no alternatives right now that are sustainable or efficient, so that's that one. The energy efficiency studies done by, Fundy Engineering, and the greenhouse gas study was done by them as well. Fundy Engineering did identify a few things that we could do, and they were in the reports now. We have registered those reports with NV Power because they are offering some reimbursement for implementation of some of those items. I was hoping to have a report available for council tonight to say these are the ones that I think we can tackle today, but as you know, I've been out of the province, so I'm just gonna apply for the simple ones, but I will advise council before doing so. The climate adaptation plan. I don't know if everybody had a chance to read it. Basically, the meat and potatoes on that one starts at page 65 of what our action items look like and who should be taking part and what type of range we're looking at. I know the province is asking, you know, after we go through this process and have the report like we do, if council would like to see any changes or if we're willing to adopt it as this study stands and then start implementation as we can. That's kind of where that one sits as well. The community energy efficiency plan, that one, I just finalized some documentation back and forth with Quest this afternoon. So hopefully we'll have that one next week. But the overall project, we did get an environmental trust fund grant for $45,000. We spent $44,600, so we're very close. And that includes the net zero project that we were involved with Quest that we weren't sure if we would have to pay for, if the project would be able to be covered under that. So that includes all of that. So none of it would have had to come out of taxpayers' budgets from the taxation dollars collected from Fundy Shores.
Just on the climate adaptation plan, did you want the motion?
If
Would
council's
love to.
comfortable with it, it would be nice to have a motion, that way that project's done, we can start putting in timelines. Cause a lot of our work around that was collaborating with other levels of government and getting those things out in front of them. The flooding prone areas that we have and some of the wetland and stuff, so most of it can't be done by us alone, so it involves a lot of advocacy from us to other levels.
So if council is comfortable, then I would look for a motion to adopt the climate adaptation plan.
I move that we adopt the climate adaptation plan, sorry.
Moved by Councillor Thompson, seconded by Councillor Dealey. Questions on the motion? All those in favor? Against, seeing none. It is adopted. Department reports, general government. Mine was attached to the shared drive. Just a couple things I did want to note, because I know we had a lot of meetings throughout February, so there's a couple things I wanted to touch on. We met with Department of Transportation. I don't know how far. Yeah,
Some signage has been put in place.
so, yeah, so some signage has been put in place on the old St. John Road, some new signage, that they mentioned, I guess, in the meeting. Also the bridge in Chance Harbor is supposed to be
Done this year.
done this year. That was-
Supposed to be or is being done?
Well, it's,
It's on the
so,
list to be tendered.
so my third thing is,
It was last year.
right,
Right.
so is our road down here, Route 790. And, yeah, so I don't think that's, at this time, is going to, from what we were told, see any action taken on it, but the bridge is. So,
Okay, can I just, for like clarification, the paving program is scheduled to be done for the remainder of Route 790 plus the bridge. The
Right.
only part that isn't on the table right now is in the design phase, is the area that floods.
right,
Okay,
but a little more clarification on that. We
So
were
they're gonna
told-
complete the paving by the bridge? Are they going to replace the bridge or are they just gonna pave over?
I think they have to replace
Yeah.
it, it's
That's what
I
the weight restrictions on it. it does need to be replaced.
It was my understanding replaced paved.
Mhm.
Down where the flooding is, we were advised last year it was a budgeting issue and was supposed to be done this year. Now we're being told no. Now, I haven't given up on it, but, and but that was just in the meeting we had, so I just wanted everybody to be up to speed on that, that our intent always was that this should be done. It was a priority, but we know the bridge is also a priority, so.
Will they finish the Pro Bridge this year? Doing the north?
That I don't know.
Okay,
I'm not sure the extent of the work that needs to be done. I know they started last year, so
no, they started 2 years. ago.
my assumption is that work would continue until it was completed.
Yeah.
But I don't know that for sure.
And what I was told initially, because of that bridge, was the mason, the stonework on it. Is why it was delayed or takes longer, because there's only not as many of those bridges in the province now as there used to be, so it's. When they, whatever needs to be done on them, it's hard to get that type of material and those tradespeople to do it, so. It's kind of hit and miss. But yeah, the quicker these things get caught up. And we also asked them to review Cemetery Road in La Pro. When it came back to us. That it's never been assessed for like, I think he said like 20 years. It's never, and it's quite tore up. I received 2 complaints from people on that road that would like to at least have somebody go down and take a look at it, so that was on the list as well. So yeah, so we're making headway, but again, not where we would like to be on it. NB Power meeting. We made some headway. It was a very good meeting. It was a productive meeting. Did we get all the answers 100% that we're looking for that I'd like to have had? No. But they have so far, said that they were going to certainly have a booth and more community engagement coming up during the summer, during our community events, that they wanted to be involved with that to kind of explain. They also said they would work together with Fundy Shores with a flyer with our logo and Point LaPro's logo and explaining how the energy out of Point LaPro works. Because a lot of people would get calls of, I live beside a nuclear reactor,
Yeah.
why does my power keep going out? So it's kind of to help explain to everybody how that works, and yeah, so that's where we're at with that, and hopefully some community engagement will be a benefit. And the other thing was the school. I went down to the school for their innovation night, which, yeah, kudos to the kids. A lot has changed since when I went to school. It was quite high tech. They did really well, and yeah, so, kudos to all the teachers at Fundy Shores Elementary, and our MLA was there as well, which was nice to see, so. That is it for the report.
What about the New River thing? What was that?
Oh, Ryan.
Oh, yes. We had a meeting with Ryan.
Okay, they're going to be doing some changes to the sandcastle competition. And they haven't made official announcements yet, so there's not much to go on other than they're looking at expanding it over a few more days to attempt to bring more people in. We did talk about some collaboration opportunities, but I believe those will be more addressed with an upcoming meeting with the minister.
Yeah, thanks. I just didn't want to throw the date out there by mistake and blow the whole.
It's okay, I can't remember.
Yeah, okay, fine.
I have it in my notes,
But I know there is an upcoming where they're gonna have an official release of what they're doing, so we're hoping, it's our hope that Fundy Shores will be a shared, I don't know if it would be a co-sponsor or some form of sponsorship within that, of how it would play out, so. Parking also was a big deal that we brought up, and they're working on a couple different options, but I think they really have to hammer down, especially right in the core of Carrion Cove. better parking or people there to direct people to park, because I know last year I got a lot of calls of people blocking driveways, parking actually in some of the little cottages, and so I mean, yeah, it has to. And people can, in the heat of the moment, can get pretty. So we did really emphasize that parking has to be a key component of whatever they're doing.
They're not still thinking about closing part of it off, part of the road in front of the park itself.
The reroutes,
No,
like-
they were talking about
Restructuring the parking lot.
restructuring the parking so that the gates would be on either end of the current road.
That wasn't brought up during the meeting.
no,
They
I-
talked about that.
I know there was this, yeah, I know there was discussion last year of. Kind of making one part of it a one-way entry or whatever
No,
it
it
is.
was like the gates to the park would be basically where not Harvey Brook, but where here Travis used to be, there's I
Mhm.
forget the name of the road.
Yeah, no, nothing came up in the meeting, but they did say there was 2 or 3 options they were looking at for increased parking or for parking, so.
I don't think that would help anyway.
But, yeah, they are looking at making it a longer event, so. We will wait and see, hopefully in the next month or so of the announcements. And did anybody have anything else on my report? If not, we will move on to Deputy Mayor's report.
My report was submitted online and the Economic and Community Empowerment Committee has not met.
Councillor Bent,
I've met, I published mine online as well. I did not mention that we did, Musquash Fire did go down to the school. And did a presentation this past month. On all the different roles in the fire department, from ice rescue to rope rescue to medical aid to accountability. As well as actual firefighting, so that the children could understand that in an emergency, what their health is going to look like, because it can kind of look a little scary. And so we thought if everybody was suited up and the children are always happy to see everybody, and they are very engaged and asked a lot of questions.
anything else, any questions? No. Councillor Dealing,
My report was submitted online and, see if there's anything to add to it. Just a few meetings attended, our next bingo is coming up on, March the 12th. Nope, I'm sorry, March the 14th is our next bingo at Station 1. That's all I have for that report.
any questions?
I do got something I wanted to bring up, but it was in regards to 7C. On the agenda,
Okay,
the energy efficiency studies, wasted a whole bunch of paper by printing them. For the cost, those costs, even though I realize we have a grant to cover them. The Station 1 fire hall, there was at least 48 spelling mistakes. And the historical data, there was they referenced the wrong station in there. Musquash does not have 2 H's. And then the 1270 Route 791, again, Musquash spelled correctly all the way through. It's not Tipper Harbor, it's Tipper Harbor, not Musquash. So just a little thing I picked up because shouldn't be there. Just so you're paying that kind of money, $7,000 for a report should have the correct spelling. So, and what I know that spelling came from Funday Energy, so, or Funday, Funday Engineering, so.
For engineers.
And they're engineers, not spellers, and I'm not poor one to spell, pick that, but if I picked it up.
I find that in a lot of, formal reports now,
It did,
that there's not that attention to detail that they're used
the
to.
road signs, this last couple of years we've had it, so, yeah, but that was definitely it.
You can
It's
see
something
that
that I
on news reports on TV now. but
Yes.
Spelling's incorrect, like, I think they would
Yeah,
proofread something.
I just wanted to pick up on that.
Pronunciation of.
We should send some of them back to Fundy Shores Elementary School where we get some of the highest. grades.
Well,
That way you
Well,
can-
they know how to spell
Right,
mustache.
they know how to spell mustache. Duly noted. Nothing further than that?
Yep.
I was gonna say, once you're done proofreading the neck, you just scan it in, send it back off.
The charges.
Yeah,
Counselor Sonia,
I submitted online.
okay, nobody has questions? Counselor Thompson,
Mine was submitted online as well, and there were no calls or anything this week from any concerned citizens, so that's good.
it's always a good sign,
Mm.
just for the record, tax bills are right, it's Sunday.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Watch what you wish for.
Couldn't get those calls.
That's everybody. Did you want, and nothing for Pratt? or-
Oh, and Prac, with Prac, there was no meeting last month, there were no files, so
Okay.
there's supposed to be one. I believe it's the 20th. This one, 19th and 20th, Thursday. Third Thursday. of the month, so.
CAO report, there was nothing in that, just want to be sure.
I apologize.
You don't need to. Planning director's report. What was posted online, need a motion to accept that report.
No, I didn't see any, but I got four of them.
I go, when sessions.
Let me check.
Maybe I forgot to transfer
No, maybe I didn't see.
it. Well, it could have been me.
Oh, so.
Sorry, Alex, that was my fault.
So we won't be, we'll skip over that
I'll add that to next month.
next month.
Don't worry.
Okay,
I think I got it Friday afternoon, so. Yeah.
well, we don't need a
He
motion.
usually sends the files on Fridays. so.
Yeah.
Public safety fire department report was online. Council now.
I don't think there
It
was.
either.
No, there wasn't one.
Okay.
No,
Synergy,
there wasn't.
let's try one, two, three.
Yeah.
So I will look for a motion to accept the Synergy report. Yeah, because I just flipped through it here and seen Synergy's logo. So I will need a motion to accept that report, as that was submitted,
I'll move that we accept the reports.
moved by Councillor Thompson, need a second,
I'll second that.
Councillor Bent. Questions on the motion?
I read the report and I questioned inquiries into charging a fee, a tourism fee. Where did that come from?
That was just something that was written into my work plan for this year. That we look at it, it's just to see what we have for rentals, because there is, the province does grant municipalities and local governments the ability to charge a tourism levy. So it was just getting the preliminary data put together to then present to tourism and economic development to see if that is something they wish to pursue. So it's just in the gathering information stage right now. Much like our other stuff, we put together a timeline and proposal.
The meeting, I know I'm no longer tourism, I'm a destination, I don't know if that means the same
It
thing.
does to me.
But he's meeting with the minister.
Yes, and am waiting to get, that's one of the meetings that I plan on attending, it's a virtual one.
Mhm.
And I'm waiting for the meeting link to come, so I can share it with you guys.
I do have a question, on the very first item on, that list. I just was wondering what the next steps would be, but is that a closed item?
No, the next step on that, property acquisition, is I need to make contact with, Department of Tourism, Department of Transportation and Infrastructure, just to see what they want to go, what their process is. That's where we're kind of sitting on that one. That's next week's project, I think.
I have been through it, I do know a little bit. Not that DTI.
I think we just need to do a business case for it, because we'll try to get it for free, for $1.
Yeah.
If we can.
Okay.
Any further questions on the synergy report? Seeing none, all those in favor? Contrary? Seeing none, motion carried. Recreation, Community and Culture, Community Coordinator Report. Looking for a motion to accept that report.
Move to accept the report.
Councillor Thompson, moved, seconded by. I'll leave it up to you two, because these two are really. Councillor Bennett. Councillor Bennett, seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Contrary minded? Seeing none, motion carried. Well, it's scary. 9, everyone's down on that. 10, correspondence. All of this was submitted on your.
What's wrong?
That's,
We still have recreation, community and culture.
Well, that's the one you just voted on.
yeah,
Okay, we didn't have a report, we had a report.
Oh, your committee did. I thought that was under your.
Well, I thought it was under yours, that's why I moved that we.
So,
Sorry.
I know the standing committee report,
Standing committee.
destination and,
okay, we're on that now
The
anyway.
minutes from the meetings.
Okay, so, but that's not the community coordinator report that's voted
that's the
on.
next
Oh.
report.
Yeah,
Right.
See, I thought it was
Okay,
here.
no, well,
But
I
here.
can go back. I thought it was all given up here in these reports. Okay, so we'll go back. That's under 9D. For Recreation Destination Committee, because that I don't need a motion, but you can go ahead.
First of all, we looked at some of, we're gonna share it. Looked at some of our people that are on our committees, and I would like to have 2 of mine removed. They are more than willing to help, but they're not available right now. One is Rod Perry, and the second is Tim Holland. I think he might be in Taiwan. He's working hard all over the place, and he's not home a lot, so he wants to help, but can't. So I'd like them removed. And anything, I gave out the flyers to everyone that was there that we had produced last year. And gave them all homework. They're to review it, and if there's any updates that need to be made to them, they're supposed to come back with that. For us, so that we can make the changes as required. And then we talked about the dates for our community, our Fundy Shores Community Days. And this is just a thought I've had, and I wanted to put it to council. Rather than call it Fundy Shores Community Days, what if we called it just Fundy Shores Days? In promotion of tourism, so that you don't look at it and say it's just for the community, it's for everybody. That's just a thought, but it's up to you guys. I'm not going to force it. But the dates are August 15th, 16th, and 17th. And then I'm gonna let you go with them.
Yeah, 3 days, we haven't finalized everything
No,
yet for
it's-
events, so
Yeah.
that, we have another meeting coming up here on, March the 12th, and we're gonna narrow down a lot more of it at that time. So keep an eye out, I guess. We'll have some things coming out about that. And that is about it. That's all I really
Yeah.
have for,
Can I ask, do you want me to do like a save the date to put on my Facebook and or like?
I think so.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll
that
send,
would be-
I'll send it to the both of you.
Yep.
To decide what you, like, yeah, I'll send you a proof.
One of our
Do whatever you want.
topics on our next meeting will be how we're going to broadcast it, our publicity that we require.
Okay, if you want me to attend to that, I can. Just to hear what everybody wants, up to you. I'm here.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Nothing further?
Just the community members that, council would need to make a motion to have those two members removed from the committee. If you do that.
Okay, yes.
I would say 3.
Okay.
I'd like to then amend that and add in Deanna Blum. She's been unreachable and not attended any meetings.
So-
I'm sure she's more than willing to help out if needed, but
I also, Andrea, is that her name?
Audrey,
Audrey
Sunoco.
Sunoco.
so
Sonoyta has always been on the tourism committee. She's never attended a meeting. I called and asked her. And she says, oh, leave me on. I want to know what's going on, but I don't think we can, if we can fill that with someone that really can help us. I mean, not that she can't, but someone that's
Availability.
available. I think it would be better.
So do I have 4?
4.
So I need a motion on those 4 names.
Move that we remove those names.
And the names are Rod Perry, Tim Holland, Deanna Blood, and Audrey Snoka.
Yes.
So those 4 names be removed. So I need a second, moved by Councilor Sonia, seconded by.
B. Oh, sorry, before we do that,
Okay,
we did have one resigned. We don't. No, no, we're good.
yeah, no, just the
Yeah,
one
no,
that you're
just the one
removed that are coming up.
Sorry.
No.
I'll second.
We could just, as a comment, we can put together a flyer to go out that you need people for that committee if they would like to join up, if you want.
So,
Or just volunteers for the community then.
Yeah.
Somebody shouldn't stay, whatever it's gonna be.
so we're still sticking with the 4, right? So the motion is to remove those 4 names from the committee?
Yeah.
Okay. And moved by Councilor Sonia, seconded by Councilor Dealey. Questions on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Contrary minded? Seeing none, motion carried. Correspondence, we received a thank you letter from Linda Robichaud, which is, in your package, a nice, a nice thank you from Linda to council, and again, I congratulate on behalf of council Linda again on the King Charles medal. And again, well deserved. I know she was very appreciative and very much so in her letter, and we appreciate everything that she does for the community of Fundy Shores. We also received a Cup W letter for an Industrial Inquiry Commission. And the response letter back from the Vice President Nicole Poirier for NB Power to our original response to them. And correspondence issue was really not on there, but.
No.
Yeah, there's none that we played yet. Approval of payments, general government, the report attached. We'll give a motion to accept that.
I move to accept the approval of payments for general government.
Seconded. Councilor Bent. Questions on the motion? None, all those in favor?
Aye.
Seeing none, motion's carried. the sewage commission for Thompson subdivision. We will need a motion on that for the January accounting fees of $498.59.
We're in the process of getting the bank
Yeah,
account
it's-
transferred. I just got the letter from the people that were the signing officers before. It is coming, I
It's-
promise.
yeah.
I saw, I get the.
No, nobody's lead yet, they're all still there, everything's.
I assume the accounting fees include year-end because it's quite a bit more than it usually is.
No, that it included the issuance of the invoices for 2025. That was about $50 or $60.
So we'll need a motion to accept that,
Make a motion to accept as presented.
seconded by Councilor Thompson. Questions on the motion? Those in favor? Contrary minded? Motion carried. Approval of accounts, the expense report that was attached for February 26, 2025. I'll look for a motion to accept that account for that approval.
I'll give the motion to accept as submitted.
Councilor Dealey made the motion, seconded by Councilor Sonia. Questions on the motion?
I have a question about the liability insurance.
How it's all banked into one?
Yeah.
Yes,
Is that
so
what happened?
that's what it is right now. I'm waiting for the breakdown to come from the insurance company. That way I can break it down per property and operational needs. But just to get the payment out on time, I dumped it into one account so we could.
Yep, okay. Thank you.
Any further questions?
It was funny because that was gonna be the comment that I wanted to clarify further. But it's good.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Motion carried. Triple day, I don't have it up on this.
I can just.
And it's for the day, right? We're gonna
Yes.
Look for it?
26.
Yeah.
Where's the proclamation?
So we will have to have a motion, council received a request from Safe Community and Emergency Preparedness Committee member to declare Purple Day in Friendly Shores on March 26, 2025. We received a presentation, council did, at Committee of the Whole by Susan Raggy of the Epilepsy Association of the Maritimes. Provided a draft proclamation for council's consideration, and if council so considers to proclaim March 26, 2025 Purple Day, I would look for a motion.
I make a motion.
Seconded by Councilor Sonia. Questions on the motion? Oh, it's up there. Okay, I know. Seeing no questions, guess I will read it. Thanks. Whereas Purple Day is a global effort dedicated to promoting epilepsy awareness in communities around the world, and whereas epilepsy is one of the most common neurological conditions, estimated to affect over 50 million people worldwide, and 42 people in Canada are diagnosed every day. And whereas 1 in 10 persons will have at least one seizure during his or her lifetime, and whereas the public is often unable to recognize common seizure types or how to respond with appropriate first aid. And whereas Purple Day will be celebrated on March 26th annually to increase understanding, reduce stigma, and improve the quality of life for people with epilepsy throughout the country and globally. Now therefore I do hereby proclaim March 26, 2024 Purple Day in an effort to raise awareness of epilepsy in Canada.
There was the wrong date, the 25th,
25th.
2025.
Did I say 2025?
You said 2025.
Oh, you following all the stuff.
Was it 26 or the 20?
It's a 26, but it just has the wrong year in the proclamation
Oh.
that was provided. No biggie.
2025.
But
You said 2026.
I'm so sorry. Apparently, the struggle is real.
Getting me confused now.
I apologize.
So,
Just gonna put my head down for the rest of the meeting.
so this year, in a couple weeks, it will be Purple Day in Bundy Shores. And can we update maybe our
I'll do something for our
social
meeting.
media and stuff to put up on there? Okay, perfect. All right. 13B. Nothing else from you? Yeah, that-
I just was placeholder while I was developing the agenda.
No closed session,
No, sir.
okay. Next meetings. Committee of the Whole at the Community Building here on March 19th, 2025 at 6 P M. Next regular council meeting will be here at the Community Building, April 2nd, 2025 at 6 P M. Anyone has any announcements they would like to make? Seeing none, I would look for a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Councilor Bailey, seconded by Councilor Thompson. Questions, seeing none, we are adjourned. All those in favor?